Quince is just a system that keeps giving. One of my subscribers made me aware of a way that you can make absolutely ludicrous amount of money using the old scanner missions. And today I'm gonna show you how. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Down to Earth Astronomy and to Elite Dangerous. Commander Cedric, which is one of my subscribers, made me aware of a small bug in the game that actually allows you to make an absolutely ludicrous amount of money using scanner missions, which is gonna make the passenger missions look like pocket money. And we're not talking about just increasing the payout by 1 or 2 or 3 million. No. We're talking about increasing the payment times 2 or times 3. And today I'm going to show you how you're going to use it. And if you already know about the scanner mission, if you watched my previous video, then there will be something that you already know in here, but there's definitely also going to be something new. Now, just to get you all up to speed, in the latest update, in the latest major update, the 2.3 update, Frontier added a limit to the amount of scanner missions, massacre missions, and skimmer missions, the last one, to a maximum number of 3 missions. So you should never be able to have more than 3 missions at any one time. But they also increased the payout, so of course to compensate a little bit, but it still was a general nerf of the missions. But there's a way to work around the 3 mission limit. And what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a cheap ship. The cheaper the ship is, the better. So I'm here on my Sidewinder. The ship is going to have a surface vehicle, so you need a SRV, which of course means you need Horizon. And then you're going to make sure that you have at least 4 tons of cargo. And that's it. It's not a tall order. You should be able to do this in, I can do it in a Sidewinder, so any ship can do this. And you're going to go to Miller's Port, which is in the system of Quince. The same system where we do the passenger missions. Now we're just doing it on the other station, Miller's Port. And over here, what you're going to do is you're going to open up your mission board. And we're going to look for the scanner missions. So let's see what I got here. Okay, so here I got 8 scanner missions. That's not bad. What have we got down here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got 13 missions on this board. And that's pretty good. Some of them are very low paying. I mean, these are not paying that much, but there are also some very high paying ones. And also up here, there are some that pays a decent amount of credits. And what you're going to do is, if you don't get a good, this is actually a pretty good board. If you don't get a good board, you're just going to not take any of the missions. Do not take a single mission until you get a good board with a lot of scanner missions on them. Normally I would hope to get around 10 missions per board. I've seen up to 17 sometimes, but around 10, 11, 12 is probably a decent board. So this is actually a little bit above average. Of course, also you can look at the payout. So if you have lots of missions over 2 million, then yeah, by all means go for it. But anyway, if you don't get a good board, you don't take a single mission, you log out to the menu and you jump to another session. You begin board hopping until you get a board with a lot of missions. So in case you don't know, what you do is, I don't want to leave this session, you go out, you go exit to main menu, and then you log into another session. So if you were in open play, you go to private, or if you were in private, go to either open or solo or whatever. Just change session until you get a good board. And here's the trick. So what we're going to do is we're just going to begin taking all these scanner missions. And there we go. Now we reached our limit of the 3 missions, but we don't care. We just keep taking the missions like so. And we're not going to take these massacre missions. Don't bother with those. We want the scanner ones here. And there's the last one. Now, let's see if the servers are stopped acting. They were a bit weird earlier today. So they still are. There we go. Now they're ticking. So there's a bit of a lag on the servers right now. That's just momentarily. But anyway, it normally takes me round about 2 minutes to get a good board when I just jump from session to session to session until I find a board that I'm happy with. So round about 2 minutes, and if we look at the clock, it's now 8:49. And we're gonna launch, and we're gonna fly to the nearby planet of Cosmilla Reward. You can see here it's only 0.17 light seconds away, so it's just outside the door. We're gonna fly over to that planet, and then I'm gonna show you what to do when you get there. So here we are approaching the planet, and when you get close, you're gonna see this search zone, which is going to spawn on the surface. And you're just gonna keep approaching these search zones, and they're gonna move around the surface, and you're just gonna keep approaching it. Whatever you do, it will keep log on it, and eventually, after you've been approaching this for long enough, oops, cannot see the surface. We're gonna pull up here. Don't want to crash into the surface right now. There we go. Now I can see it. But yeah, you just keep going for these search zones until the base will eventually spawn. Good. And eventually, after you've been chasing around for a bit, you're gonna see this outpost, which is going to spawn. And we're just gonna put the ship down. Oops, not the cargo scoop landing here. Just put the ship down somewhere close. The closer the better. Don't land inside the actual base. Let me see here. There we go. And we're gonna get out in the SRV. Then we're gonna head over to the base, where we need to scan a lot of these data points, which is what the missions are all about. Some of the missions will require you to scan 2 objects. Some will only need you to scan 1. That depends a little bit on the mission. But basically you can see here down there's a trespass zone. It's not always that it's here, but we don't care. We're just gonna fly in go in anyway. Go in, log it, and begin to scan it. They're gonna be very mad at us, but we don't care. We're just gonna keep scanning. There's the next one. Scan that one. And then we're gonna get out of here. Now they're beginning to attack us, but that's okay, because this is actually to our advantage. Whoa, 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 whoa. And if I could control the ship, it would be a lot better. So just ignore them, go back to your ship. There we go. And what you need to do now, and this is why you need a cheap ship, because now we need to just destroy our ship. Now we have people chasing us, we might just have them kill us. Otherwise, we're just gonna crash the ship into the surface. So get some altitude. If you have a shield generator, turn it off. And then, after you've got a little bit of altitude, flip the ship around, all pips to engines, and boost. Boom, there we go. Ship is gone. This is of course going to send us to the rebuy screen. And this is going to spawn us back at the last station we were docked at, which of course is Miller's Port. So this is the absolute fastest way you're going to get back. There we go, back at the station. And now all we need to do is to hand in the missions. We're going to note here that I'm currently sitting on 837.8 million credits. So let's begin to hand in the missions. Don't need those. And handed all of these missions as well. Okay, that should be the last of them. Yes, it is. So let's see how much money we made. Wow, that's pretty good. We made, what, 15 million? 14 million? Something like that. In round about 10 minutes. So we note here we started at 14.49, but we didn't spend time board hopping. And I say we normally spend around 2 minutes board hopping. So if we go 2 minutes back, that would be 8:45. And now it's 8:56, so 8:57 in a bit. So okay, I messed up all the timestamps. We started at 8:49, with the board hopping, that would mean that we were started at 8:47, and the time is now 8:57, so we spent around about 10 minutes. And again, if you get a good board, you can get over 20 million. If you get a bad board, maybe you're only gonna get 7 or 8 million, 10 million maybe. But I think on average, if you're absolutely very, very unlucky, you get very, very crap boards, you're gonna make around about 40 million per hour. If you get very good boards, you're gonna make over 100 million each hour. And on average, I think you can make around 70 million each hour using this method, with just an average roll on the board. And as we can see with the passenger missions, this is double what we were able to do in the Beluga liner on the passenger missions. Some people have been able to get up to 40, 50 million on the passenger missions, but I don't think anybody's gonna get even close to 70 millions per hour. Now, there are downsides to this, of course. It doesn't give you any exploration rank. So if you're looking for exploration rank, this would not help your progression there, but it will help your progression towards the Empire and help you become get the higher ranks within the Empire. So that's pretty much it. From this point on, I would just refresh the board, go out, find a new board, pick up new missions, and do the whole thing over and over and over again until I have more money than I could possibly dream of. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you found it useful. Consider subscribing to the channel, and until next time, I will see you guys in space. And finally here, a big thanks to Commander Cedric for letting me know about this. He told it over on my Discord server. I highly suggest you also go over and check it out and be part of the community around the channel, so we can help each other and find these methods once they are available. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in space.